Good evening, everyone. My name is Carrie Rich, and I'm honored to be kicking off the 75th annual meeting. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm a longtime lover of the JCC. All three of my amazing children attend camp, after school, daycare here. And I'm just surviving my first year as a board member. Yeah. And what a year to be Jewish in America, to be tasked with becoming a board member and taking on such significant fears of our fellow community members and of my own children, other children, and I can tell you I have never felt more confident, more safe, and more proud of the leadership and the community that's come together, most recently under Patty and her team. It's truly caused me to take pause many times and feel grateful that I always find hope. I always find encouragement in the community here. So on to the more exciting stuff. This evening we'll hear reports from the Foundation for Jewish Philanthropies, the Buffalo Jewish Federation, our JCC board president, Dr. Erwin Gelman, and our Chief Executive Officer, Patty Simonson. In addition, we're pleased to welcome Risa Kulik and her family, as Risa is the 2024 recipient of the Kushner Award. Did I see Risa? It's so dark out there. So it's going to be an exciting night. And first, it's my pleasure to call upon Rabbi Sarah Rich, JCC member and Rabbi of the Temple of Basedek, to provide this evening's Devar Torah. We are also not related, as people often think.
Thank you, Carrie, and good evening, everyone. And Mazel Tov to Cheryl and to all of the new officers and board members. Thank you so much to Erwin and to Jordan for your admirable dedication to the JCC. And Mazel Tov as well to Risa on your award. I know everyone in this room agrees that it is so well deserved. The heat wave, yeah. The heat wave this week makes a nice setting for us to study a scene in the Torah portion this week, which takes place in the desert. The Israelites are well into their period of wandering through the desert. And in some ways, they are adjusting pretty well. But these are our people, so they are complaining about the food. It is a literal food desert. Not much to eat for meals or snack on as they walk. So God does something quite miraculous, provides them with food each day in a very interesting form. The Torah calls it manna, and we are taught that it falls from the sky, enough for each person each day, exactly what they need to be satisfied. And we're taught that it's kind of like a donut, that the Israelites, though, could use their imagination and it would taste like anything they wanted. Hummus and falafel, ice cream, pizza, you name it. Only there was a group who was not satisfied with this. They complained of an overwhelming craving for meat. They say, "We remember the fish we used to eat in Egypt, the cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, the onions, and garlic." Forgetting, of course, that in Egypt they were slaves, working back-breaking labor for nothing, and yet they are sentimental about the cuisine, selectively forgetting the circumstances. But maybe part of us could empathize with their struggle, not necessarily on the food, but maybe they're missing the familiarity of what they left behind. Life as a slave was hard, but it was predictable, since there was no free choice involved. And now they have to face an unknown place, moving here and there, not with total freedom, but with much more responsibility than what they had. And there is a lesson for us on leadership here. We humans have a natural tendency to look back on our past and want to preserve the best of what we had. I know how much we as the JCC board, and by extension as an organization, we have benefited from the deep historical roots of so many of our board members and past presidents. And these perspectives help us with making decisions so that we consider the context and try to avoid past mistakes. And leaders need to look forward to the best of what we can achieve. We have to explore new ideas that meet changing times. The wonderful irony, of course, is that the best of our new ideas will one day be what we look back on sentimentally as the organization considers moving in yet another direction. So my blessing for us tonight is that we reflect proudly on the best of our history, learn from the past challenges, and celebrate the opportunity to be creative as we head into this year and for many years to come. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi, for those words of reflection. You're really good at that. And an inspiration to all of us. So it's now my pleasure to introduce Irving Levy, Executive Director of the Foundation of Jewish Philanthropies, who will give us an update on the foundation. So please join me in welcoming Irv.
Thank you. Dan Kester asked me to fill in. Dan is our board chair, and he said, please let him know I have COVID and I'm just not able to speak at the annual meeting. I attribute it to the fact that he's in Sweden for the past month and is visiting family and traveling. Otherwise, Dan would be here and speaking with you. The foundation is very pleased to be working with the JCC. We've been working on many different projects together, and it really is a pleasure working with the organization. Probably what we've been focused on mostly over the past, actually it's close to 36 months now, is the Life and Legacy program. And I see Linda Barrett there. Linda, thank you for your work on the Life and Legacy program. Who is familiar with the Life and Legacy program? Raise your hand, please. I see a lot of hands up, but unfortunately I don't see all the hands up. That means our work isn't done. As they'll say, Rabbi, it's not up to us to finish the job, but we can't ignore the job. The Life and Legacy program is an initiative of the Grinspoon Foundation. Grinspoon is very active in Buffalo with J Camp 180, PJ Library, and this Life and Legacy program. Essentially, the program is to promote afterlife giving to the most important Jewish organizations for you as individuals. Grinspoon has this program in about 75 different communities in North America, and already they've raised commitments of over $1 billion. Actually, I think it's closing in on about $1.5 billion. In our little Buffalo community, we've been involved in the program. It'll be 36 months at the end of this month. And I'm very pleased to say we have secured $14 million in commitments. That's a lot. That warrants an applause. But the work is not done. We need to continue doing more. 466 individual letters of intent have been executed. 242 donors or donor families have committed to this program. And as I say, over $14 million. The Jewish Center has been one of the most, if not the most active organization in reaching out to its constituents. I attribute that to two things. One is the importance of the Jewish Center to our community. So this is the Jewish Community Center. It's a place where I grew up. Many of you out there probably grew up here. And it's a place we want to see our kids, grandkids, and next generations beyond that to have a place to go and be around other Jews. If we don't take care of this Jewish center, if we don't ensure that it's financially viable for generations to come, our kids, our grandkids are not going to have a place to go to be around other Jews. The program, I'll say this. The Jewish Center, two reasons. One is it's such an important agency, but two is the leadership has really embraced this program. The Life and Legacy Committee is chaired by Sue Freed and Cheryl Schechter. Sue, congratulations on the overwhelming success at the JCC. The other members working on this are the JCC leadership, Patty Simonson, Mark Horowitz, Adam Yellen, Alex Eady, Veronica Fabrizio, and Brittany Bissett. The success comes from the importance of this organization, the ease of understanding why this is important to our community, and the work of these people who have really embraced it. The JCC has secured over $2 million of commitments. The best way for me to describe the program is a memory of Gretchen Gross, of blessed memory. Gretchen, at one of our annual meetings at the foundation, was being interviewed, and there's a beautiful video on our website. And Gretchen was referring to Gordy, and she made the statement, "Death doesn't have to be the end." Gretchen passed away 45 days later in a tragic car accident, but Gretchen, through the actions that she took during her lifetime, through the Life and Legacy program, continues to make a difference in our Jewish community today. Death doesn't have to be the end. Every one of us can continue making a difference in our Jewish community for generations to come. If you want more information on the Life and Legacy program, please see me, please see one of the people that I mentioned as part of the JCC Life and Legacy Committee. This is important. And the only way we're going to be successful is if we all work together to continue the job. We won't finish it, but we'll keep working on it. Thank you. And Risa, congratulations. No, so well deserved. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Irv, and thank you to the foundation for your partnership. And now I would like to introduce Marjorie Bryan, Board President of the Jewish Federation, who will give an update on the Federation's activities. Please join me in introducing Marjorie.
So dark over there. Come to the light. Good evening, everyone. For those who may not know me, I am Marjorie Bryan, and it is truly an honor to stand before you today as the president of the Buffalo Jewish Federation. I'm here representing not only the Federation Board of Governors, but also our professional leadership team, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to share a few words with you. First, I'd like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to Risa for receiving the Ralph Kushner Volunteer Service Award. Risa's dedication to the JCC and her work with Jewish Federation is truly inspiring. We are incredibly fortunate to have her leadership, energy, warmth, and passion in our community. Congratulations, Risa. I also want to acknowledge the invaluable partnership and teamwork between Federation and the JCC over the past year, thanks to the exceptional efforts of CEO Patty Simonson and COO Mark Horowitz. We've been able to work together almost seamlessly across the two agencies, and I eagerly anticipate further collaboration in the coming year. As we bid farewell to outgoing President Dr. Erwin Gelman, I extend my deepest gratitude for his strong leadership at the JCC, particularly during the last 9 months, which have been a challenging time to lead Jewish communities in North America for sure. And I extend a warm welcome to Cheryl Schechter as she steps into the role of incoming president. Having recently traveled to Israel with Sherry on the Buffalo Solidarity Mission, I'm looking forward to working together on a shared mission of building and strengthening our thriving communities across agencies. This past year has marked some of the most significant challenges to face North American Jewry in our lifetime. The Buffalo Jewish Federation has been at the forefront of enhancing community-wide security through our Secure Jewish Buffalo program. This work has grown exponentially to include responding to unprecedented increases in hate speech, doubled efforts to increase visible security at the JCC and other communal agencies and synagogues, strengthened partnerships with all levels of law enforcement, and maintaining intelligence and protocols. We've also been actively addressing anti-Semitism, strengthening our place in shared society through educational initiatives such as briefings with local school superintendents, working with local media partners, and delivering critical programs such as the first Western New York leadership briefing with civic leaders. Our focus on Israel has also expanded, not only targeted toward Federation's emergency fundraising efforts in response to the 10/7 horrible attacks, but also in leading several community programs, including Let's Talk Israel event, partnering with the JCC to bring 3 active Israeli soldiers to be with us for Yom HaZikaron, and the recent Buffalo Solidarity Mission to Israel, all demonstrating our unwavering support for our homeland and its people. In addition, this past year, we have teamed up with the JCC, partnering with Federation's Link and Hero leadership teams to bring several programs to the community, including the Always Fun Purim Carnival, PJ Library gatherings here and at camp, and the lunches for Holocaust survivors. Looking ahead, the Federation team is eager to continue our essential partnership with JCC and your leadership team to support Jewish Buffalo. Thank you all for your commitment to our community. Together, we will continue to make a difference and build a stronger, more vibrant Jewish Buffalo.
Thank you, Marjorie, and thank you to the Federation for your partnership. We look forward to all the ways we can continue our work together, and I second that on Patty's leadership in that area for sure. Next, I would like to ask the JCC President, Dr. Erwin Gelman, to present his final President's report.
As President of the Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to report that for the past 2 years, we've had almost no unusual events at the JCC. You know what? I think I have Cheryl Schachter's future speech. But all kidding aside, it has been my great privilege. I think it's catchy, I don't know, to work with so many of you, whether as board members or employees, during these 2 years at the JCC. We have had many challenges, but I am proud to say that we have weathered them, all because of the outstanding set of trustees and employees that make up the J. The JCC of today truly represents an outstanding institution that embodies Jewish values around family, learning, and community. Please indulge me as I give thanks to those who made all of this possible. And although all J employees deserve a special thanks as heroes who make our programs and facilities a success. Please forgive me if I miss out on one or two names. First, I want to thank Patty Simonson, our CEO. She has single-handedly reestablished a sense of community pride for our members and workers here at the J. And can I simply say, it is a much happier place. I know you'd all agree with that. To Mark Horowitz, who has brought his many years of JCCA experience back to us and his roots in Buffalo. Joe Matakamori, our CFO, who has worked tirelessly to keep our fiscal boat afloat. No simple feat given the fallout from the COVID epidemic. Jim Morgan, for his dogged professionalism to make sure that our 2 buildings plus our camp facilities function properly on a daily basis, and especially since October 7th to ensure that the workers and members of the J are protected. I want to thank Alex Eady and Veronica Fabrizio. They have worked so hard to secure really a record number of grants and donor funds that have allowed us to make our campuses safer and our programs even more wonderful. Special thanks go to Adam Yellen, this is his turf, who has really expanded our performing arts to all age groups, but especially has made the Jewish Repertory Theater into a citywide success. Thank you to Jason Stowell for stewarding our business development, to Barbara Redden and Betsy Abramson, who have run our excellent, outstanding early childhood programs, to Todd and Sarah, who continue to run a fantastic set of fitness programs at both our campuses, Jim Gibbons and others for overseeing our marketing, and Sharon Costner for overseeing member and customer relationships, and Nick Utz, who has shepherded our camp program to its great success, this year being a record year again of number of planned kid hours coming up. And then a special thanks to Brittany Bassett, who has basically been the glue who's kept everything together and kept everybody honest. Thank you to all of you and to many more who you work with, and I just can't name them all. It has also been an honor to work with so many members of the Board of Trustees whose singular devotion to the success of the JCC kept me going through thick and thin. The stalwart advice and philanthropy of Ron Benderson, thank you. The many hours devoted by Ryan Queller and Jordan Balsam on working to pick a new CEO and to tackling the budget, and the calm voice and reason offered by Rabbi Sarah Rich at some of our darkest hours. And to Matthew Berwick, Anne-Marie Carosella, Peggy Kahn Sullivan, Michael Kahn, Carrie Rich, Joe Schechter, Douglas St. Cyr, and Everett Weiss, I am eternally grateful for your help in overseeing security, programming, governance, committee restructuring, and finally, camp. Special thanks to the Personnel Committee who did double overtime, triple overtime, I don't even know what to call it. Riza Kulik, Sue Freed, past board members Rick Steinberg and Eric Feldstein, and the committee chair, Ryan Queller. They really did an outstanding job when we had to transition from one administration or previous CEO to then engaging and hiring Patty as our new one. I would be remiss if I didn't also give thanks to the legal work done by Randy Adza in this area. Last but not least in this area, I want to thank Sue Freed, Riza Kulik, Ethel Meltzer, and Alon Kupferman. These are all past presidents who gave so much of their time and advice, and whose continued efforts will ensure that the J flourishes for many years to come. I want to also cite Riza Kulik. Everybody's going to cite you because of the Kushner Award. When I called you to say, you know, we've picked you to be the Kushner recipient, she goes, well, there's so many other people who are deserving. And I said, Riza, first of all, it was horrible that we discovered that so many years went by that we didn't give it to you. You are so deserving, as all of us know, and we'll hear more about that later. The past year has been historical for the Jewish people. October 7th reshaped our world and reminded us that we have far to go to embody the principles of Tikkun Olam, repairing the world. Our Benderson campus was the gathering point for the Jewish community's rally to offer our outrage at the greatest slaughtering of Jews since the Holocaust. We continue to sponsor programs that underline our support for the belief that Am Yisrael Chai, the nation of Israel, lives. Yet even with October 7th requiring us to redouble our security efforts, are surviving a once-in-a-100-year pandemic, and are making it through fiscal difficulties, our mission at the J has not waned. We have had a banner year for the JRT, record enrollment in the summer Camp Centerland, and in our early childhood programs. We have received a record number of public and private grants to fund our security, infrastructure, and our programs. We have had great success in programs that focus on inclusion and on youth, and at the same time we have continued to serve our ever-enlarging population of seniors. Most importantly, I can report that there is once again a massively positive mood and outlook at the J. We can all feel it. The J is again a great place to work and an even greater place to participate in programming and in fitness. The cause of this improvement can be summed up in 2 words: Patty Simonson. As I pass along the torch to our new president, Cheryl Schechter, I know that the J is in good hands. Cheryl, I hope that you receive as much pride as I have from our JCC campuses and our people. My most sincere wish is that your tenure really, truly is a boring one. Thank you again for allowing me to serve this truly noble institution.
Thank you, Erwin, and thank you for your steady leadership. Certainly been impressive. And for the moment we're all waiting for, I'd like to ask Sue Free to come up and please present our new trustees.
Thank you, Carrie. So it's an honor on behalf of the Governance Committee and the JCC Board of Trustees to present for membership vote Carrie Rich. If you could stand when I call your name. Carrie Rich and Rabbi Sarah Rich for new 3-year terms as trustees. And new trustees Eric Alcott, Lisa Allen, she can't be here today, Randall Spivak, he also is not here, Glenn Pincus, and Amelida Wyman. So thank you. Okay, you guys can sit down. Carrie, I think you're, yeah.
Thank you, Sue. These names go now directly to vote. If you're joining us from Zoom, please follow the prompt on the screen, and if you're joining us in person, please show affirmations by raising your hand. I guess I'm nominating myself now, huh? Are there rules on this?
Yeah. Okay. And you know, in your program book, we have short bios of each of our trustees. Okay. So Carrie Rich and Rabbi Sarah Rich have been nominated for new 3-year terms as trustees. Eric Alcott, Lisa Allen, Randall Spivak, Glenn Pincus, and Amelida Wyman have been nominated as new trustees. All those in favor, raise your hand or vote yes on the screen. Keep your hands raised while we count. Okay, I think someone's counted. Thank you. Any abstentions? Okay, congratulations to all. We're pleased to welcome you to your new roles. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sue. I'd like to now invite our JCC President nominee, Cheryl Schechter, to say a few words.
Stay here for 1 second. I just want to say I think it's very cute that Carrie, her family is here and you have such a love for the JCC because your children go here. I have to tell everyone, because this is my favorite thing to tell people about the J. My husband and I met at the Jewish Center Camp, Lakeland, when we were 14 years old, and that's an awe moment. So, thank you, Carrie. I have to move this down. Ooh. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, each member of the Board of Directors, former, continuing, and brand new to our team. I am truly honored to work with a group of people who share in the vision of continuing to provide programs for all ages, all stages, and the inclusivity that is and always has been the Jewish Community Center of Greater Buffalo. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a people collector. Just ask my very eclectic group of friends and acquaintances. I love and welcome diversity of ideas and do not fear, but welcome constructive criticism and new ideas. I believe that to work, each person must feel as important as the next. Sheryl Sandberg says, and I agree with, everyone can have a seat at the table and be encouraged to speak. Of course, we want leadership. Fortunately for the JCC, we have leadership that values not just you, the membership, but those, our staff, who interact with you, members, daily. Thank you for setting this example, Patty and Mark. And thank you to you, our membership. During my presumptive tenure, we're going to find out in a little bit, I asked this dynamic board to work with me to help our fearless leaders build a culture of philanthropy, one that demonstrates even more pride in this workplace, one that makes each employee an expert on how the JCC can continue its mission, one that is inclusive in a world bent on excluding during these difficult times, one that we can say we are truly a center providing community through and through and throughout. The way the Torah sees it, the community is important through the individual. If a society respects the rights of each and every human being to dignity, freedom, and self-determination, then automatically that society will be a selfless, community-oriented one. This is the message I lead with. This is the message of the JCC. This is the message I use as my shield during these difficult times. And this is the message I leave you all with now. Please let me invite to the podium a woman who needs no introduction, our JCC Buffalo CEO, Patty Simonson, for the CEO Annual Report.
Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl, and good evening, everyone. It is difficult for me to put into words what I am feeling tonight, as I am truly living a dream of a lifetime. I became the CEO of the JCC on October 24th, 2023, 8 months ago. For those of you who don't know, I began my career at the JCC of Greater Buffalo on September 1st, 1979, over 44 years ago. I have been so fortunate to have been taught and mentored by some of the best executives in the field, including Bill Grossman of blessed memory, Michael Hyman, and Rick Zakalik. They gave me a solid foundation for which I was able to foster my journey. Michael and Rick continued to be thought partners with me. I am truly grateful for their continued support and inspiration. Like them, I want to make a difference. My vision is to ensure the future of the JCC, to be vibrant and financially sustainable through creative, innovative, and exceptional lay leadership, staff, facilities, programs, and services that embrace the diversity of our membership, community, and Jewish community. This can only be accomplished with the work of invested people who are dedicated and care about the center. Before I share with you the incredible highlights and accomplishments from the past 8 months, I want to acknowledge and thank those who have given of themselves selflessly and unconditionally for the success of the JCC. They are our Board of Trustees, including our current and past presidents. Thank you, Erwin, for all your guidance and your calm nature with me, who continue to provide strategic direction, policy, skills, and wisdom. The combination of past history blended with the next generation of leadership will poise us for success. I am excited about the directions we will be headed. Next are the countless volunteers, Risa, and others, who participate in leading programs, participating in task forces and committees, and partner with the staff to share ideas, thoughts, expertise, and time. I am amazed as I watch all of this take place and grow. Our stakeholders, who continue to believe in our mission and direction and provide invaluable resources for us to continue our work. Without them, many of our beautiful buildings, equipment, programs, and facilities would not exist. Take the opportunity to walk through our buildings, our outdoor facilities, our camp, and see all of the individuals and families who have helped our dreams become reality. Our donors, who participate in our various campaigns, the All for One, Day of Giving, 716 event, the monthly giving opportunity, and the CEO High Society. Your unwavering support provides funding for scholarships, operations, programs, events, and so much more. Every gift, regardless of the amount, makes a difference. You chose to help make a difference at the JCC, and we are grateful for that support. Our community partners, including the Buffalo Jewish Federation and the Foundation for Jewish Philanthropies, work with us to ensure that we achieve common goals to benefit our Jewish community and Western New York community. This also includes Susan Damari, Secured Community Network, and local law enforcement partners, the Amherst and Buffalo Police Departments. They have all contributed to making us a safer place. Our members, who have embraced the JCC family and have become our greatest fans. You continue to participate, support, and engage with us. You are our ambassadors, sharing your enthusiasm, telling your family and friends all about the JCC, and helping us to build. You are the influencers and help to tell your story. We feel a great sense of belonging, and you are our reason, our why for what we do. And finally, the JCC staff. This incredible group of individuals make this place tick. Everything you are about to hear, the successes, the innovations, securing of grants and resources, enhancing the infrastructures, security, marketing, events, communications, awards, program initiatives, environment, culture, administrative support, and so much more are directly reflective of this amazing team. I believe in placing staff in positions of strength, where they will shine, where they will grow and excel. They have not let me down. And yes, we're even having some fun along the way. So now to give you some of the highlights, which are quite remarkable and impressive, I ask a simple favor of you. While I am sharing the information, please watch the screen next to me with the faces of the JCC slideshow. These are the faces of the JCC. We don't always remember names, but rarely do we forget a face. I am sure that you will recognize a few, someone who has touched your life or the life of someone in your family. By the way, a couple of fun facts about the staff. Currently, there are 344 staff employed by the center. This translates into 2,257 years of service. 58 of the employees have 10 or more years. Over 75% of all JCC staff are certified in CPR, AED, and basic first aid. Over 45 different languages are spoken fluently, including but not limited to English, Hebrew, French, German, Japanese, Chinese, Spanish, Polish, Arabic, Bulgarian, Turkish, Kurdish, Hindi, Persian, Ukrainian, Russian, Punjabi, Telugu, Bengali, Korean, the American Sign Language, and toddler, a language all its own. Yes, apparently there is an art to speaking to a 1 to 3-year-old. The youngest staff member is 16 years old, a junior camp counselor, and the oldest, well, you never ask a woman her age. It has been a time of growth and change here at the JCC. Here are just some of the accomplishments we have made. Early childhood. Both early childhood programs are accredited by NACCE, National Association for the Education of Young Children. This is the gold standard for high quality early education. We are finishing the second year of our PEDALS grant, providing coaching for the educators and materials to support social emotional development for the preschool children. We are finishing the first year of participation in the field study for Everyday Interactions Matter, providing coaching and materials for the infant and toddler classes. We have partnered with Aspire to provide learning and teaching in integrated educational classrooms for children with developmental disabilities, working to help every child reach their full potential. We also participate in Quality Stars New York, which represents the best practices and standards in early childhood education. After a rigorous application process, we have been selected to provide child care on the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus. We will be instrumental in designing the space and curriculum. The hope is that everything will be in place to open in late 2026. The program will serve approximately 150 children, drawing from the employees of the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus and the surrounding neighborhoods. We are guaranteed at least an 8-year lease. We were awarded this opportunity as we are seen as the Center for Early Childhood Excellence. Camp Centerland. I am proud to announce that Camp Centerland was recognized this year by Newsweek magazine as one of the top 200 day camps in the country. In addition, camp, which is ACA, American Camping Association accredited, received a 5-star rating, the highest that a camp can receive. We participated in the Grinspoon Foundation GPS Generating Purposeful Strategy initiative, which gave us the unique opportunity to work with a diverse group of lay leaders and professional staff to envision our future and develop strategic goals for the next 3 to 5 years. Last summer, Camp Centerland enjoyed its highest number of camper weeks in history. Over 2,549 camper weeks were registered, accounting for 650 unique campers over the 10-week season. We honored the memory of our dear friend and past president, Gretchen Gross, with the annual Awesome Sauce Day. Last year, the Gretchen Gross Endowment Fund was established with a goal of $250,000. Currently, we have $110,000 committed and pledged funds. These funds will be used to provide financial stability and scholarships to children, enhance photography programs, and support camp initiatives. In addition, we received a donation of $10,000 to completely cover the cost of camp for 9 weeks for 5 Ukrainian children, and are currently working with JFS, Jewish Family Services, to provide day camp experiences to over 10 refugee families. The 5K run. In September, we will have our second annual 5K run. This year and future years, it will be known as the Rick Zakalik J5K, to honor a man who was instrumental in building community back in the J. Rick retired as the JCC executive in November of 2020 after leading the agency for 10 years. The money raised from this run will be used to sponsor a special community cultural event in his honor. JRT. The Jewish Repertory Theater just concluded its 21st season with over 425 subscribers. We received 3 Buffalo Artie Award nominations, including one for Outstanding Production of a Play for our production of Kindertransport. Our production of Sisters-in-Law broke individual ticket sale records for the theater with 12 shows completely sold out. For next season, the theater has been granted exclusive rights to the hit off-Broadway show Remember This, The Lesson of Jan Karski, making us only the third theater to produce this play and the only theater who has rights to produce it next season. We plan on having events around Kristallnacht as well as a number of on-school time shows. Cultural Arts in Israel programming. The JCC has always had a special connection to Israel. We continue to introduce programs, culture, and tradition to teach our members and the broader community about the country, land, and people. Our Purim Carnival and Yom Ha'atzmaut celebration brought hundreds of people to the JCC and celebrated our rich culture. Included was a special one-man performance of Knock Knock by renowned Israeli artist Niv Patel, author and performer. Guest speaker Linda Arbras Brenneman presented her book, The Pulitzer Saga, about her mother, Dr. Clara Ambros, who helped to save hundreds of Hungarian Jews during the Holocaust. A tribute to the late Howard Wolf drew people from all over the world, India, South Africa, Australia, Israel, and the U.S., to share how he impacted their lives. Staff engagement. Staff engagement is a priority, making sure we honor and celebrate our staff. This included our annual staff appreciation event, which was held this past Friday, June 14th, with close to 200 staff and family members participating. Our other events include the Corporate Challenge, Ice Cycle, Ride for Roswell, Spirit Week, holiday gift cards to all JCC staff, birthday celebration, staff goodie bags to celebrate the eclipse, and National Fun Days. These are just some of the ways we say thank you to them. American Red Cross and Aquatics. Our American Red Cross training program received the Top Provider Award for 2023. It is recognition for the quality, variety, and number of certifications we service and provide in the Western New York area, which includes lifeguard training, water safety instructors, CPR, AED, first aid, and swim instruction. Through our Awesome Swim program, a program specifically designed to teach children on the autism spectrum, we had the opportunity to compete in the 2024 Special Olympics Super Regional Swim event at UB. Our 12-year-old competitor competed in the freestyle and backstroke events and brought home 2 gold medals. Fitness and wellness. The JCC has always been a leader in providing wellness programs and activities to enhance the quality of life and provide the opportunity for social interactions and building relationships. Did you know that we offer over 98 group fitness and wellness classes on land per week? We offer 26 fitness wellness classes in the water. Many classes are in person and virtual. Our instructors have national certifications. Some of our wellness initiatives include Rocksteady Boxing, a Parkinson's boxing program, the National Diabetes Prevention Program, Flexercise for Arthritis in the Water, and balance classes. Communications. The communications team continues to be the storytellers for our community, designing, producing, and scripting all messaging to provide members, community, and staff with vital information. Everything is created in-house, ensuring a consistent and authentic voice, from the meticulously designed program guide to the flyers, posters, and television screens displaying schedules, events, and weather reports. Our team works collaboratively to ensure every message is clear, beautifully designed, and on brand. All digital content is also created in-house. Our communications team produces every video showcasing our JCC without relying on stock footage. The team oversees our JCC website, sends the bi-weekly member update email, and manages all of our social media channels, which continue to grow in subscribers. We have also extended our services to our Jewish Buffalo partners. We have provided photography and videography services for events hosted by the Federation, Foundation, and JFS, highlighting the special nature of our community through these collaborations. Additionally, we work with local media agencies to spread our message. Our communications team designs advertisements for local magazines, writes promotional scripts for WBFO, and produces advertisement videos for WGRZ. Currently, we are undertaking a project to track analytics better, assessing how our messaging is received and reaching our communications. This initiative will help us refine our strategies and enhance our impact. And by the way, I gave them the special project of creating the faces of the JCC. I shared the story I wanted to tell through pictures and then asked to have it wrap up in our J logo. Pretty spectacular in my opinion. Thank you. Advancement. In 2023, the JCC was awarded $150,000 from New York State for the Securing Communities Against Hate initiative to be used to enhance and upgrade security systems at both the Benderson Building, Holland Building, and Camp Centerland. Erie County legislator Gene Vinyl helped secure an allocation of $400,000 in the 2024 Erie County budget for the JCC. This grant will be used to fortify and enhance physical security for our facilities and Camp Centerland and includes staff training, which is vital in a comprehensive security plan. This grant reflects legislator Vinyl's commitment to the well-being, safety, and enrichment of the local community, ensuring that the JCC remains a hub for cultural, educational, and recreational activities for all. Other grants include Erie County Cultural Capital Grant for $68,000, Variety Club of Western New York Grant for $18,000, Ralph Wilson Legacy Fund for Youth Sports, $18,500, Garmin Family Foundation, $14,970. We continue to build a robust grant program to meet the needs of our agency with exciting funding opportunities that meet our mission while supporting and enhancing everything we do here at the JCC. 80th celebration. Next year, we will be celebrating our 80th birthday. Yes, the JCC was incorporated in 1945. It will be the celebration of a lifetime, one you surely will not want to miss. Stay tuned as we prepare the festivities. Date and time to be forthcoming along with all of the details. Strategic planning. This year we will be working with the Membership Fitness Committee to examine ways in which to build and retain our memberships, which includes refreshing our facilities, programs, and equipment. Our strategic plan will be developed to define, implement, and evaluate our future direction while allocating resources and making decisions to reach our long-term goals. This project will contribute to our sustainability and bring new life to the JCC. We look forward to sharing updates with you as we move forward. Safety and security. Our staff, working closely with the JCC lay leadership in collaboration with our partnerships of Secured Community Network, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies, have implemented and will continue to study best practices for communal safety and security. This includes extensive operational manuals, facility and operational assessments, staff training and education, and development of procedures and protocols. We will continue to invest time, staff, and resources to implement a strategic framework that will enhance this high priority initiative. The fact remains that the JCC is a strong organization, and it is because of our members, partners in the community, and friends who support us. In conclusion, I would like to tell you why I have chosen this profession. It begins with the question, what defines my why? A couple of years ago, I was given an award for outstanding dedication and service to the Jewish Community Center field. On the plaque was a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson that I would like to share. The meaning of success: to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by healthy child, a garden patch, or redeemed social condition. To know that one life has breathed easier because you lived here, this is to have succeeded. I am honored and humbled to be leading this incredible agency. Thank you for giving me the opportunity for which I am forever grateful. Please know that there is no place I'd rather be than right here, right now. Thank you for spending your evening with us. I would like to now turn this back over to Carrie.
Thank you, Patty. That report was beautiful. So much has been accomplished so quickly, and our incredible staff. Cheryl, I just wanted to go off your story a little bit, just to teach you how things really do come full circle yet again. Miss Betsy was my camp director at Camp Lakeland. So surprised I was when I walked in to take a tour of the Early Childhood Center and Miss Betsy's office still existed. It's just as scary. And as she reminds me, she was the youngest camp director ever. But it's truly incredible how things come full circle and how old people turn up and make you feel very safe.
Old is such a word.
On to the next. Rian, I believe I'm here to introduce you and our outgoing board members. Yeah. Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Brian.
Hi, my job is to acknowledge and say a few words before we recognize Erwin as outgoing president of the board of directors. It's my pleasure to say a few words. I work closely with Erwin as a fellow board member and in my position as chairman of the personnel committee through the turbulent transition of our old CEO to our new CEO. I also witnessed how he oversaw the transitioning of the JCC from COVID-oriented to a post-COVID thriving agency, and how with professional staff he dealt with everyday budget challenges and various and sundry other blips in the day-to-day life of the agency. I have been impressed with Erwin's willingness to give of his time, to meet on short notice, to deal with crises, and even to share his good scotch and bourbon on occasion. Thank you for that. This is all done with good humor and in the spirit of collegiality. Honestly, I've told him I don't know how he could be board chairman and hold down an outside, full-time demanding job at Roswell Park, as the JCC board chairman position in the last several years seems to have been a full-time job, all on its own, even with our current great JCC professional leadership. Erwin, on behalf of the board of directors and all the JCC membership, I salute you, and I thank you for a job well done. I hope you will continue to be active at the JCC for many years to come, and that the JCC will continue to benefit from your wisdom and life experience. So, in appreciation, we have this thing. Thank you.
So it's actually my turn to call up Jordan Balsam, who's also coming off. Jordan, come up. Jordan and I started a long time ago together. They kept me on the board by making me president. But, you know, even though you're coming off the board, this is not goodbye. You know, this is just like we'll see you a little bit later. We know you come back. You've done an absolutely amazing job, especially about the budget. Again, we've had really turbulent times, especially during COVID, post-COVID, other times that we've really had to deal with some difficult budgetary items. And Jordan was there. We had all sorts of meetings all the time. And this was one of those things where we really had to work very, very hard. Jordan took the job and really got people together and organized and really we stopped the bleeding, if you will, at the time. It was very, very important, very, very critical. It took a lot of your background in business, which was great. But then I have to tell you, you then invited me to the finance committee meetings at 8 a.m. And I'm very proud that I did not fall asleep once.
Cheryl, you're next.
So it is my pleasure to give you, sorry, they gave me a slightly smaller bag. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erwin and Jordan. It's truly been a pleasure to work with you and learn from you. And thank you for your service. And now for what you've really been waiting for, our last agenda item. It's my pleasure to introduce past president and last year's recipient Ethel Meltzer for the presentation of the Ralph L. Kushner Community Service Award.
I'm trying. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, can you see me?
Yes.
Wow. Well, I can't see myself, but that's all right. Lucky you. Too bad for me. Before I start giving this award out, I just have to say, in terms of Patty, wow, what a report. You outbilled Bill. The other thing I want to say is congratulations to Cheryl. And I'm so sorry I can't be with you tonight. I think it's the first Jewish Center annual meeting I have ever missed. But the COVID bug has taken residence in my home, so here I am. But I'm very honored tonight to present the Ralph Kushner Volunteer Services Award for this year to Risa Kulik. I hope Risa can see me. I can't see her, but I know she's looking beautiful as always. The Kushner Award was established in 1998. It was named after Ralph Kushner of blessed memory, a longtime community volunteer. Oh, good. You're coming up. Good, I can see you. Hi. The Kushner Award was named after Ralph, and it is given annually to a member of our community who demonstrates extraordinary leadership. This year, the JCC is pleased to present the award to Risa Kulik. Hi, Risa. Hi. Risa Pizarni Kulik is a past JCC president. She served from 1997 to 1999. She's the second woman who was elected by the board to serve in this position. It's especially fitting for me to be called upon to present this award to Risa tonight, as it was 19 years earlier when in 1978, I became the first woman to serve as president of the center. Yes, it did take 19 years before the next woman was chosen, but tonight, as you heard, the beat goes on. I distinctly remember putting forth Risa Kulik's name to the nominating committee in the spring of 1997, and the rest is history. Risa presently serves as the chair of the Camp Centerland Camp Committee, a job that was formerly held by past President Gretchen Gross of blessed memory. And speaking of Gretchen, Risa was instrumental in the formation of the Labor of Love Committee, Gretchen's Memorial Endowment Group, and the awesome Sauce Day festivities at camp, which are always a highlight. The Jewish Center has been a very important part of Risa's life for many years. Along with her husband, Dr. Kevin Kulik of blessed memory, who also served as president of the center, the Kulik family archery range and the pavilion at camp are named for the Kulik family, which includes children Abigail, Benjamin, and David Kulik. And I have to digress for just a moment to speak to your three children, because I must tell them, Dick and I, my husband and I, were very friendly with your grandparents, with your grandfather, Sandy, and your grandmother, Diana, and your great-grandparents. I knew Ben and Ida, and they were both characters. Someday I could tell you some good stories about them, but I digress. In addition to Risa's many volunteer efforts at the Jewish Center, Risa was also a vice president for the Board of Governors of the Jewish Federation and the chair for Hillel at UB. She served as chair of the JCC Personnel and Governance Committees and is a regular at center board meetings, even when she's out west. Risa Kulik's leadership, generosity, kindness, and humility are an inspiration to all who know her, and the Jewish Community Center is very proud to recognize her with the Ralph Kushner Volunteer Services Award. Congratulations, Risa.
Thank you.
You can read it. Okay. The Ralph L. Kushner Community Service Award. A tree has been planted in your honor at Camp Centerland at the Irving M. Schuman Campgrounds. Risa Kulik, June 17th, 2024. Presented to recognize outstanding volunteer service at the Jewish Community Center.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Ethel. I seem to be following in your footsteps, and that's a very good thing. As you mentioned, you were the first female president. I was the second. Last year you received this award, and now me. So what's next, Ethel? I hope I don't get COVID. I hope that's...
I hope it's not COVID for you. Stay well.
I am honored to receive the Ralph Kushner Award. I admired Ralph's volunteerism. He was like the ever-ready Energizer bunny. He was always available to help, and he could find just the right position for a ready volunteer. I want to thank the JCC for trusting my ability to take on various jobs and roles over the years. I have been so enriched by everything I have done and all the people with whom I have had the pleasure to interact and work. My volunteer roles have provided me with great personal growth and a treasure trove of wonderful life experiences. A special thank you to all past and the current executive director for giving me the opportunity to enrich my life. My greatest cheerleader was my late husband, Kevin. He would be so thrilled to see this tonight. My children, my 3 adult children, are here this evening, and I'd like to acknowledge them. They have come from their respective cities, Gloucester, Massachusetts, New Orleans, and Cleveland, where they and their spouses have begun their own volunteerism for various organizations. That makes me a very proud mama, and I feel lucky indeed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ethel. Oh, you're so here. And thank you, Risa. This concludes our 75th annual meeting. Thank you for attending. I will ask the board members to stay back a few minutes, and everyone else, if you want to join us for some exceptional food and refreshments in the lobby, please do. Thank you.